Hey, so our next guest is on a 3-fight win streak, knocking out, I don't even know how to say her name, Isabella Baderick and Kerry Hughes, and she won her other fight by decision. So she's, ripping through the ladies. And she hasn't, though, had a fight since 2017, like in December. So I'm sure she's looking for something. She just recently tried out for Tough 28 and did not make it on. So I'm sure she's another, feeling a little like, okay, what's next for her? But she's a mom and a mother of 3. She's from France, and she is the first female MMA fighter out of France. I'd like to welcome to the show is Zarah Fairn. So, hey, this is Evolve WMMA, and I'm Shelly Devine, your host. Hey, Zarah, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, too. I'm happy, really happy.
Oh, awesome. I'm so glad you could make it. I know we had a little bit of technical difficulties because I did have you on Pam's call, but we couldn't get you in for some reason. I'm not sure why, but today we're here. So that's awesome.
Thank you.
So what has your day been like today? I know mine's been a little busy.
Oh, today is really busy for me because I'm training every day. It's not easy in my life because I'm mom, I have my family, I have my brother, and it's not easy in my life every day, but I like it.
So I was just reviewing a few of your fights, and I noticed you have this amazing tattoo on your back. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
You see this? Good. I have 3 children in my back, and the God for me, Angel, I like it, and my mother.
Nice. That's wonderful. So are these people that inspire you to, fight, or what's the inspiration? Because I know with a tattoo, there's I have a tattoo of the same tattoo that my sister had. So it has, some personal meaning, and I just can't help but wonder if you're
this tattoo I remember because my best friend in the school tell me, Zara, I need the tattoo you. I say, okay, no problem, but what do you want? My tattooist. He told me, what do you want? I say, I want the angel and my daddy, my son. He said, okay. And in the day, he tattooed me. So good. I like it.
Wow. So you sat through all that. That's a lot of tattoos because her back is covered. It's all like a lot of ink there. Really nice.
It's my family. It's my family.
Yeah, so that's important, right? Have your family support, and they're right behind you, supporting you every which way, right?
For me, my daddy, like me, it's very nice. She said, Mom, God, you can win your fight, don't worry. I said, so good.
So tell us a little bit about how you got into mixed martial arts, so our listeners can learn a little bit more about Zarah Fairn.
Yeah. The mixed martial art for me, my first passion is the dance, I'm dancing before in MMA. I'm dancing professional in France. I'm dancing for Laurie, for more artists in France. And my best friend told me, Zara, you're strong, you have a good body. It's possible for you to go to the boxing. I said, what the boxing? He said, it's so good for you. I said, okay, I'm trying. Just English boxing, no mixed martial art. And I like it. And I'm practiced the English boxing 10 years. And my coach told me, Zara, it's really difficult for you to have a fight because nothing the girl won't fight with you. I said, what? I won't fight. He told me, now it's really difficult. I think it's better for you. You change. I'm changed when? But you go to the other mix. What? He told me MMA. I said, MMA? What's MMA? It's so good for you. You're strong, you're big, you have the wrestling, grappling, jiu-jitsu. I said, what this? They say it's so good for you. I said, okay. Come with my friend, I'm trying. And I like it. I see the first time the cage for me in France. I say, what this is? It's a cage. And you train here. I train in the cage. And it's very nice. I like it.
What was it like the first time you entered the cage and you were like just even practicing?
I'm afraid the first time I see the cage. I'm afraid. I say, what is this? after my first train, it's really nice. I like it. The sensation, and I don't know, it's different than English boxing. You know, you have more activity different, and it's better for me. And 1 year after, practice my first fight in MMA professional.
Nice. Wow. 1 year of training.
Just 1 year.
Into it. Wow. But you started boxing when you were like 11, is that right?
Yeah, 11 years, yeah.
And you said you were a dancer. What kind of dance did you do?
I'm dancing hip hop, modern jazz, classic. I like it.
Do you,
There's African music, and I like it.
oh wow. Do you still dance? Do you still
Yeah.
You do. Wow.
And
Oh wow, maybe you could teach me something. I want to know some like
no problems.
I'm like
My dream and the dance in the cage in UFC, you know?
yeah, you should be dancing in the cage. I want to see that. That would be great. You got to put that on your vision board. You dancing, or put it like a little screen in like the cage, the UFC cage, and do a visualization that you're in there and they're holding your hand up. Now, when I was watching some of your fights, I watched a couple of them, but the one against Sinead Kavanaugh.
Yeah.
You guys, and I mean, there's not really too many videos on you that I could find, and you guys were throwing down the first round. I'm like, she hit you, you hit her. I was like, you both could take a punch. I'm like, holy moly. So my thinking was, all right, this girl can definitely take a punch. I'm like, I would love to see her fight. You know who? Featherweight title holder, UFC title holder, Chris Cyborg.
Yeah. But this fight with Sinead Kavanaugh is a good experience because I'm losing this fight, but for me, I'm win. All the people told me is how you win this fight because I don't understand the decision. I said Sinead Kavanaugh is possible another fight with me in Bellator because I know Sinead Kavanaugh now is Bellator. And I want to fight Sinead Kavanaugh before she's going to fight for Julia Budd because I see in social media Sinead Kavanaugh want to fight Julia Budd for the belt. And I think before they go to the belt, she need to go fight with me again.
Yeah, that would be great. I think that would be great because she is actually ranked. I was looking at the women's MMA rankings kind of on 3 different sites.
Yeah.
And she's really the only one that I saw that you actually fought. And then the only other ones that kind of tried out for Tough 28 were, the only other one that was on there was Pam Bam Sorensen that I could see. She was ranked 10 on, I think I can't remember which, it might have been MMA Rising or WMMA Today or something like that, might have had those women ranked. But it seems like the whole featherweight division, most of the women that tried out, the ones that actually are true featherweights, didn't really make the show. And can you tell us a little about your experience with, Tough 28?
The Tough 28 for me is really nice because I'm going to Las Vegas for train before. I'm joining the club gym from Mayweather because I have more friends here. That's so really nice for me. And my experience the Tough is so good because I see Christian Cyborg for the first time. 2 times because before I see Christian in Thailand because I'm training with Christian in Thailand training camp. And I see Cindy Dandois, I see a lot of the girls featherweight, and I'm really happy to see all the girls. I say, wow, you have all these girls for my categories. I'm really happy. And I speak with Cindy Dandois because she lives in Belgium. It's not a lot of time my home. And after, I don't understand. I don't understand because the result, the UFC, because for me, I have a good striking. My shadow is so good. Cindy Dandois the same. Pam Sunessen. You have Ejane Gomez is very nice girl. And I know she have 37 years, but she's strong girl. She have more punching. I respect this girl a lot. And I don't understand the result. But I think the UFC have other plan. I don't know. But for Christian Cyborg, it's really important you have this category because Christian now have nothing to go for fighting, excuse me.
Yeah.
Well,
Have you seen the list that came out? I have some of it. Some of the women that were there. I mean, some of the women that I have down. I'm like they were bantamweights, and then they had maybe three, possibly four. True featherweights that have fought at featherweight,
yeah,
and
that's it.
and then one of them doesn't have any MMA
Yeah.
experience. And so I mean we kind of talked this one into the ground, but on Pam's episode where her and I were speaking
Yeah.
about this when we first got the news. And can you speak to that? Like, I mean, when you look at the women that made it, they're not anyone that I'm actually all that aware of, but they haven't really. I mean, what was your feeling? You saw these women at the tryouts. What's your feeling on that?
After this tryout, I'm reaching my home. It's really difficult for me because I'm talk with Cindy. I say, this result, Cindy told me, I know it's not easy, but you keep going. It's not possible and I stay for no train. Now I know I have my chance. It's possible I'm go to the UFC because I'm a good striker. The UFC need a girl, good fight. It's really nice. All the girls go to the UFC. My last fight, I'm fighting with the girl in bantamweight classes. It's really hard for me. It's really, really hard. But I'm getting it. I'm win this fight. This girl going to the UFC.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I have my chance, but it's really difficult for me after this tryout, the result. But I'm return my home, stay with my husband, my families, go to the holiday 1 week. And after I'm return the train with my new team in Sweden because now I changed my team. I'm go to the Sweden a lot for train because I'm changed the team now. Mm-hmm. And now I'm trained, I'm happy. I think the UFC need to change the plan. I don't know, but I'm here. I'm ready. And if the UFC want me, I'm here. I know the Christian need the girl for fighting 20 September in Brazil. If you need, I'm here. And other organization. Now I know for all the people it's really difficult for the featherweight classes because I don't know in the UFC want to stay with these classes. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I think the UFC won just bantamweight classes. I don't know.
So,
for me,
are you an alternate? Were you listed as an alternate? Did Sean ask you to be an alternate on the UFC 28 Tough 28? Yeah, they did. And how did you feel about that when you found out so many of the other girls are alternates?
But for me, I know, Bea Maleki is, I'm trained with Bea Maleki before you go to the tryout tough because she now in the house. And she don't have experience, She's a good girl, but she need the experience before they go to the UFC because she don't have a fight in MMA. I think you have just 2 fights, but in the shadow is not scraped. But she need the experience. For this one, I don't understand this result because it's not a game, the MMA, You need the train a lot. You need the body strong. You need the experience. And Christian Sabas need a girl strong. No, the girl have just 1 fight, just two fight, no experience. And for Christian, it's not a respect,
Yeah.
And I talk this, Christian talk me, and she don't understand too. Because after this result, I'm called Christian Cyborg. And I'm really happy because it's a good girl. And she don't understand this result. She told me, Zarah, I don't understand. And I know it's normal. It's normal. You're nervous. You don't like this result, but stay strong. Go train and see you. Maybe a time you can fight with me.
Yeah.
And Christian, you understand this,
Yeah, I mean, it did take Chris Cyborg to, a while to get signed by the UFC. It took them a really long time, and people couldn't understand why it took so long to sign her.
Before Christian go to the UFC, it's really difficult. You remember? She did a lot. She changed. She took the first fight in UFC for Christian is a cash weight. It's not a featherweight. Right. Now you have the classes and nothing girl. The last fight Christian have is, I don't remember, Holly Holmes. Now Holly Holmes and Tick return to bantamweight classes. You have nothing girl now. You have Pam Suneson, you have me, Cindy Dandois. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they haven't even like had some of you women up on the card, say even to fight, say Holly Holm or any of those other fighters, because they do draw in that those particular women, those fighters, those athletes do draw in a good pay-per-view, viewing. So to have them on and have someone like yourself, as especially being a boxer. I'm like, I could see you fighting Holly Holm and then going to the next stage of then fighting Megan Anderson and then getting, the shot for Chris Cyborg.
Yeah.
And making your way up the ladder, say. But it doesn't seem to be happening that way, and which is a shame. So have you had anybody reach out, like any other promotion companies or any other matchmakers reach out to you since this happened?
No, because now I changed my team just 2 months. Now I'm changed my manager, and I think it's possible I have a new change for fighting. But now, if it's possible, fighting with Megan Anderson is busy for me. I won because Megan Anderson is striker. I think it's a good fight. I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough to know, how to navigate as a fighter. I think that, I was always wondering kind of at first when I first started this podcast, I'm like, what are the female fighters' biggest challenge? And it seems to me your biggest challenge is getting a fight. It's not even winning or losing. You guys are managing the win or lose. It's getting a fight.
If I can go to the tough 28, I'm win this stuff. I told you this now. Yeah, I know I'm win this stuff because nothing the girl strong. I respect Pam Sunderson, I respect Cindy, I respect all. But I told Cindy, if I'm going to the top, I'm sure you get to go to the final with me. This one at Cindy don't do. And Cindy told me, I'm so very happy if you go to the final, me too. Now, nothing, but it's not a problem. And Cindy don't have a problem fight with me. The problem in Europe, you don't have a lot of girls in MMA. And it's not easy because in my country, it's not authorization in MMA. That's difficult for me. I don't have a sponsoring. I don't have a help for the money for train. It's really hard. And Cindy don't have the same problem. And for this one, it is really important coming to Las Vegas for this tryout, And after I see this, I'm really nervous. I'm crying every day because I don't understand this result, really.
Yeah, it's tough. And I know this is your second time trying out for Tough, right?
Yeah. Second time. The first time I'm going for bantamweight classes, and she don't take my category because you have the other category flyweight, I remember, for Joanna. And the second, I see my friend come is, you have the Tough tryout for Featherweight. I say, no, it's not true. And after I'm looking at my TV, I say, oh, yeah, okay, I'm go. And now it's amazing for me, the experience, the discussing. But I don't understand this result, really. Really, I don't understand. Because the UFC need the girl strong, need the good fight. I am strong. You have another fighter in MMA in France, Francis Ngannou. He's strong, he have a good body. For me, I'm respect a lot Francis Ngannou. And he lose the last fight. I'm respect this guy. And I think it's really good. You have the other girl, friends from France, going to the UFC because I think, I'm sure, my country change. It's possible after the MMA is authorization in France, in my country. For this one, it's really it's really important for me go to the UFC. And I open my gym October,
I know. I saw you're opening a gym, and this is in France. And where in France is it?
It's Lyon because I'm from Lyon.
Lyon. I love the accent. I'm like, I'm gonna have to come and visit at some point and have you.
If you want to come go my home.
So what will your focus be on in your gym? What will you be teaching in your gym?
And I'm teaching the MMA. I have other coach teach wrestling classics, body balance, Pilates, yoga, other classes, the MMA, wrestling, jiu-jitsu. And it's really important for me, this gym, because I need the help, my next generation, because you have the lot of people go to the streets, stay all the time the street, not working. I don't like this. And for this one, I open my gym because I need to help my country for this one. They help the woman. She needs the confiance, You have a lot of women now don't working, staying at home with the children, don't have experience, and need the help also.
So you have 3 kids, right?
Yeah.
And what are their age ranges?
My first daughter at 11 years, my son at 8 years, and my other daughter at 6 years.
So 6 to 11 years old?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God. So they're still really young. They're in school.
Yeah, I know.
So,
For this one, I have a good mentality. I have experience, and I know for when I'm coming here. I know for when I'm going to the top because I'm a mom. I'm sacrificed. It's not a game for me. Now I'm see this within the UFC. I don't understand. And I told this the UFC. 2 times I'm going. It's sacrifice. I pay my ticket fly. I don't have a lot of money. It's not easy. I open my gym because I'm working 2 years for this project. 2 years I'm working for this project.
So what did you do to support that project to open the gym? I mean, because being a fighter, you're not getting paid that much. What do you do outside of fighting?
Just me, because I'm working in 5 in the morning all the time. I'm fighting. I'm work 5 in the morning. I'm finish work. I'm return my home. I have my kids. I'm return work in 6 o'clock. After I'm go to train and I'm return working.
Wow. So are you married or are you in a relationship? Okay, you're married. So does your husband support this? I mean, this is like a big opening the gym, or is he part of the gym ownership?
Yes, he helped me.
Okay. That's good, because I'm thinking, how could you do this? I'm like, that's a huge undertaking.
Yeah, my brother helped me too. It's really important for me. I have my family. So
nice.
Good.
That's good. Everybody that's inked on your back.
For me, it's really important because I'm a first ladies in France, open the gym MMA. First ladies, all the gym
Whoa!
MMA. Guys,
Wow, that's huge. Yeah. That is so huge. Now I really want to come by because that's just amazing. So you're a female entrepreneur now.
Yeah. Now, but it's so good. I have a time to train. I have a time. See, my gym is not a problem. My gym open October. And the name of my gym is Olympia.
Olympia. Oh, I'm going to have to get you to write that down for me after so I can put that in the notes, in the podcast notes or whatever, so people can check it out if they're visiting France, which would be really cool to go over and check out Zarah's gym for sure and train there. Do you have many female students?
Yeah, I have a lot.
Really? Wow.
I have a lot. And the men, I have a lot of men again.
Really?
The first I'm teach the class for men, they say, you fight MMA? I say, yeah. I'm looking you in the TV, you're strong. Yeah. It's possible I'm try your classes? I say, okay, come try. But I see the guys the first time come my classes want to see I'm strong, I'm training also. I'm punching. She say, oh, you're strong, Zara. Sorry, I'm afraid you. I say, now you respect me. Say, oh, you lady, but you're strong. And now all the guys come my classes now. It's not a problem.
That's awesome. That's so funny. But it's funny that they have to test you out, so to speak, to see how strong you are, that you can actually, kick their butt, and they're actually a little bit terrified of you. They'll take your class.
No, I don't have a problem now. It's so good.
That's so awesome. Oh my word. That's hilarious. That's just, I love hearing that. That's wonderful. Can you share a personal habit or a daily routine that contributes to your success as a woman or as a fighter, or just your lifestyle?
I think it's my lifestyle because I have the more experience different, I'm dancing, I'm crazy girl. I'm working in the police in France, my first working. I'm changed for dancing. I'm changed my work to dance for going to the MMA, and now I'm a machine. I have a different mentality, and I think it's so good for my life. And my energy stay really good because I think my life is good. My son and my daughter, my family don't have a problem. And for me, this experience is tough. I think I can be better after. I can be better. I don't think it's my last fight. I have another fight. can come. Not worry for this.
Awesome. So can you tell us or share a story of a time in your fighting career when you had an aha moment of realization?
The story in the fight. I remember I go my first fight in China. I have my coach call me yesterday, says, Zarah, sorry, it's not possible, I'm come with you for your fight. I say, what? He said, yes, I have a problem, but I'm going and you don't come. It's not possible, I'm fighting, you don't hear. I say, he told me, yeah, I know, but if you want, you can say the promoter, you don't go into the fight. I say, no, it's not possible because you have the other girl, she's trained every day for this fight. I respect this girl, it's not possible. I say, no, because I'm here, I'm not blessed, and I'm going to the fly airplane, nothing coach. In the plane, I say, oh my goodness, it's difficult. And my mom called me, Zara, are you good? I say, hey, mom, don't worry, I'm good. You sure? Yeah, I'm good, mom. And your coach is so good? Yeah, my coach is so good, but nothing going with me. And in China, all the people say, hello, Zara, are you good? And what is your coach? Ah, don't worry, my coach can come tomorrow. Are you sure? Yeah, come tomorrow. Okay. And tomorrow, somebody, Zara, your coach, I don't see. Yeah, I know, but it have been difficult, but I'm here. I want to fight. But you don't have a coach. It's not possible in MMA. I say, I know, but I'm here. I have my fly. I have the fight. I need the fight. And it's not easy. You have the fight. Now, my first fight in China, I won this fight. And the promoter told me, you sure, Zara, you don't have a coach? You sure you want this fight? I said, don't worry. My coach in my heart, don't worry. And my family, I'm here. I am fighting. I am win this fight.
Wow. So your coach is in your heart.
Yeah.
Wow. That's nice. I like that. I like that. That should you should put that on a t-shirt. My coach is in my heart. I like that. That's really nice. Who would you say has played a meaningful role in your life's journey and influenced you in a positive way?
I don't understand, Jimmy.
Okay, I'll repeat it again. Who would you say has played a meaningful role in your life's journey and influenced you in a positive way?
I'm a positive, for me, the positive life is my family. All the time I say, my daddy, you know, you're here, you have your mom, you have a change. And I think my life is not possible, I'm crying. In your life, you have the difficult stories all the time. It's possible the Monday is so good, the Wednesday is bad, it's the life, you know. And I think to remember the stories, you know, I have a good motivation. This man is the best man in the world for me, and he died, is Nelson Mandela, because this guy is, for me, is really important all the time in my life. You know,
wow.
but this one, I have the positivity all the time.
So what was it about Nelson Mandela that really kind of pulled that out of you? Or what was it that he kind of said or did that really kind of caught your interest and inspired
you? Because this guy all the time said to people, you need the experience. It's possible you have the experience positive or negative. And you needed the cry or your dream. You needed the remember your life. Remember what do you want. Remember what do you want in your life. And for this one, I like it the more Nelson Mandela. And all the time I say my daddy, listen these guys.
That's awesome. Tell us this. What was one of the toughest fights that you had, and how did you kind of overcome, you know, any sort of issues about it being a tough fight?
The tough fight?
Yeah, your toughest fight. Which one was it?
The tough fight. This girl go to the house now.
Oh, who was it?
Yeah. Tell me, I don't understand.
Okay, what was one of your toughest fights? One of the toughest fights that you've already had?
I don't, sorry. What is the question? I'm okay.
What did you feel like was your toughest fight? The most hardest fight that you fought? What was your hardest fight?
My hardest fight, really, I don't have the hardest fight now, really, because I'm fighting with Sinead Kavanagh. This girl strong, stay body fit, but I don't have a strong fight, really. For this one is a problem for me in my career. I need you just fight with a strong girl. I need the Holly Holmes. I need the really strong girl now. Nothing fight for me is really difficult. I told you.
Oh, okay. So that's interesting. See, I didn't understand that at first. So this was good clarification that you're not finding the women that you have fought have been enough, have been challenging enough for you.
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah,
and
challenging.
yeah, I see that. Okay. All right. So tell us a story of a time in your journey where you might have experienced failure and
Oh,
what you did about it. If you felt like you failed at something, and how did you deal with it?
my experience really bad in MMA is the sacrifice for the weight. You
Yeah,
know,
that's always a tough one.
my first fighting in bantamweight classes for the belt in English in England is really difficult because I need to lose five weight, and it's really hard for me. I'm cry. I say it's possible I'm die. I don't know. It's terrible for me, but it's good. I'm win this fight, but now it's impossible for me go to the bantamweight classes. It's really hard. That's experience really bad I have in women.
That seems to be an issue for a lot of women. They're just not able, well, because they're looking for a fight and they can't get it in closest to their weight, their normal weight, and having to drop down 20 or 30 pounds is like too much. So
Yeah, it's
yeah, I
true.
can see that. It's across the board. It's been like that for a little while. It's not good. Hopefully, well, it's changing. There are more fights now. Back in when this first started, close to 10 years now, there were no fights. And like people like yourself, I would have never known about. And there's so many more women now that do have opportunities, thankfully, because the Invicta started their
Yeah,
promotion
I
company.
want to fight in Invicta because I like this organization because it's all for the girl, and the promoter, the president Invicta is a girl. I like it.
Yes, yeah,
And
Shannon, she's awesome.
then is better for me.
Yeah.
She's crazy girl for me because the first lady promoter in Italy is amazing for me, and I want fight in Invicta because it's good experience. It's you have a lot of the girl, and I want maybe.
Yeah, that would be awesome. What has been your greatest challenge, maybe dealing with fear, and how have you overcome that?
My biggest challenge, uh, I remember my best friend told me, Zara, you have a casting for dance. I say, yeah, for dancing, when? And for Janet Jackson. I
Oh,
said, okay.
wow, you're like that good at dancing too? Like to
Yeah.
try out for that? Wow.
And, and my best friend come in, says, Zara, I have the ticket flight for you. I want you to go to the casting. I said, for Janet Jackson, it's really hard. It's not possible and good and dance with Janet. I said, if you can dance with Janet, it's a good experience for you. I'm going to America. I don't speak very well in English, and now my English is not really good, but it's okay. And I see Janet Jackson, say, okay. I see the choreographer. I see all the girls. You have a lot of girls. I said, wow, it's crazy. And I remember Janet saying, okay, what's your name? I said, Zara. Okay, go here. Okay, I'm staying strong. Okay, I'm dancing. And I remember Janet said, what do you live? I said, France. Okay, for me, I'm thinking you're American. I said, no, but you're good. I like it. And she told me this, I'm really happy. And after just the problem for going to dance for Janet is my passport, my visa. It is not easy. And I have just uh, six, six, 16 years. I don't remember. My age is really bad. But it's amazing experience for me because a lot of you go wrong this casting, and Janet told me you're best, you're good. I remember this. That's a big challenge for me because
Wow.
I'm really a friend. The first time I go to the plane, first time I go to America, I'm go and see the school dancing. It's really big. I say, oh my goodness, you have a lot of the girl look at me, and that's a big experience. After I'm see another guy's singing, Billy Crawford, and dance with Billy Crawford after. Yeah,
Wow. So you've really kind of had some amazing experiences with
yeah, that's a
dance
good experience.
already. And
Yeah,
then, oh wow, you must be an amazing instructor too, then. You must be
yeah,
an instructor. Your clients or students must love you.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm studying a lot because I'm go to the school. I'm dancing because it's my first passion in my heart. And my mother don't understand. My mother told me all the time, "Why you go to the boxing? I don't understand. You're crazy. Excuse me. Before you dance, now you go to the boxing." And it's terrible for my mother because she don't understand. She look at me in the TV show dancing in France, and now she look at me in the MMA.
Well,
It's
you
crazy.
well, you have a very, like exciting kind of like very vibrant personality
Yeah,
and
and
you're
for this one,
athletic. So
yeah,
it makes
for this
sense.
one, I want the big. I need the people help me because I want to go to America. I want to fight. I want to see the people my story because my story is not easy. And I need to say all the people, all the girl is possibility. If you want in your life, if you want in your heart, you have the more possibility in your life.
Absolutely. So, who did you used to watch boxing at all? I mean, were you inspired by any fighters, to kind of get you to go from dancing into boxing? I mean, I know
Yeah,
some
I like
said,
it.
try this, but like
I
there
like
must have been
them.
something.
Yeah, I like dance, but the problem I don't have a time dance because the MMA you have 3 rounds for 5 minutes, and the first round finish the fight. Just one punch, the fight is finished. I don't have the time to dance.
But who inspired, like have you ever watched any boxers? Are there any boxers that inspire you at all, like that you've seen, like Muhammad Ali or Sugar Ray
Uh,
Leonard or
no, I'm boxing just with a girl in France because I don't have experience boxing professional.
Mhm.
But if the MMA is difficult for me, I'm trying 1 year again the MMA. If it's really difficult, it's possible I return to the English boxing.
Okay.
I'm looking.
Yeah. So Mike Tyson isn't on there. Do you like Mike Tyson at all or?
Oh my God, Mike Tyson is my best. He's my best. All the time I'm looking Mike Tyson because my brother looking at the TV all the time Mike Tyson. And for this one, I'm going to the box in English for this one because my brother looking all the time. And I remember in my room, I'm practice the shadow boxing. And my father says, what do you? I'm Tyson, I'm Tyson. My name is Tyson now. Call my daddy. Don't call me Zarah. I say, no, you girl, man. Okay. I say, okay.
Michelle
But,
Tyson then.
yeah, really, 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 it's amazing.
That's
I like this guy.
That's awesome. So how do you see what are your 3-year goals? Personal and professional. Where do you see yourself in maybe 3 years professionally as a fighter or a mom or gym owner? What are your goals?
I think I want to open my restaurant. I need this one because I like eating. And
Huh.
I want because my first daddy like a kitchen all the time. Yeah, I think it's so good. I have the restaurant, and I want married because my husband all the time say now it's possible you go to married now. I say yeah, okay, and maybe I don't know. My life now I'm really happy because I have my dream. Just my last dream I want in going to the best organization in the world in USA.
Mhm.
And I think I'm completing my life as I want. But just a restaurant is so good.
That sounds yummy. What kind of food would you do? What kind of food?
Italian food. I like it.
Italian. Nice. I like that too. Not French cuisine, Italian cuisine.
Yeah, I like French cuisine, but the Italian is better for me.
I know. Wow, that's awesome. How do you see yourself as a role model for girls and young women coming up?
The role models, oh, I don't know.
How do you see yourself as a role model? Like you as a role model?
For me, it's my family.
No, but how do you see yourself? You being the role model. You being a fighter,
Yeah.
and you being a role model for your children, for your students. How do you see yourself being a role model to them?
I don't know, because all the people told me, Zara, you're incredible. I don't understand your life. Your mom, you go to the school, you dancing. Now you change your life. You open your gym, and a lot of people told me you're amazing, because it's interesting for a lot of girl your experience, and I'm really happy. But for me, it's normal, It's my life. For me, I like work. I like a gym. I like go to train. I like mom. I like stay with my daddy, my son. No, it's normal for me, But a lot of people told me it's incredible, my life. A lot of people told me this. Zara, you're crazy. You're crazy.
So you kind of attribute your success to being a little crazy, a little
Yeah,
crazy, a little working out of the norm, maybe, and maybe playfulness.
yeah. I think it's possible I have a good success. I think she helped a lot of people in my country, because I want a success not just for me. I want the success for help my city. It's not just for me. The success for me, I have my daughter is my success, my family.
Mm-hmm.
But for the other people, I need to go to the best organization for help after in my country.
Yeah, you have no fear about leaving the family behind and seeking, like where other people might be like, oh no, I'm not going to do that. I'd be a little afraid to do that. You just are like, I'm going right at it. What do
No,
you
I'm not.
Well, I mean, like going to try out for tough, there's things that would set people back. I mean, I know you're working hard, but there's things that you're doing that people see in you. And what would you say, or maybe, one or two things that they see in you that they might not have, that propels you to be able to actually take that action and take that step and be fearless and go. I mean, I know the first one you said with Janet Jackson, you were afraid going on the plane, but what got you to be like, all right, the recognition helps when she says, yeah, you're great and everything. You're an awesome dancer.
Mm-hmm.
But like to go and to have the confidence to go out and actually try out for the UFC and go by yourself. Why did you do it? What was your motivation?
My motivation, because I want to realize my dream. I want to go to the best organization. And for me, I have this opportunity. I'm going. I'm not afraid, because it's a casting. It's not a fight with Christian Cyborg. It's different, It's a tough show. And for me, it's so good. It's so good for me to go to the tough show, because it's the first experience to go to the work with the team in the UFC. And for this one, I'm going, but I'm not afraid. I'm going to the fight. I want fight. I'm not afraid. Really, I like it.
That's cool.
I like the experience. I have the motivation, because before I'm coming in France, my life is not easy. And my mother come in France, he don't have a working. It's difficult for my mother, because my mother from Brazil. Mm-hmm. And she came in France after. And the life in my mother is not easy. Going to France. I have 5 brothers. And the education is not easy, because my father is died. Mm-hmm. And this is my motivation, because my mother told me all the time, remember, I have you, I have your brother, and don't cry. I don't have the time to cry. If you have a problem, I'm here. And this is my motivation, my mother.
Nice.
I'm
Okay.
not.
Well, thank you for sharing that. Was there ever a time where you were told no and kept from doing something because you were a woman?
Yeah.
And how did you overcome that?
Now I want to come. You told me what? Excuse me.
Was there ever a time where you were told no, that you were kept from doing something because you were a woman?
Yeah, yeah. Because I remember in the time I'm going to the gym, I say, yeah, it's possible I'm trained. And the manager told me, train for what? Fitness gym? I said, no, the MMA because I'm a champion MMA. You're champion MMA? I said, yes, I have 2 fights. And he told me, no, it's not possible for the girl in my gym. I said, for what? And he told me, because I don't like the woman practice the MMA. For me, you're not a champion. The MMA is not for the woman. I said, what? And I returned my home. I called my mother. I say, Mom, today I'm going to the gym. And my mother told me, Zarah, uh, you're a woman. And in the MMA, in the working, you can have this problem because it's difficult for the man, the woman is so good. And my mother told me, this man told you this is so good for you. I said, for what is so good for me, Mom? She told me, because you can do it. You can go to the MMA, you can fight in, and you can champion. Don't worry for this. And you woman, you can better. I say, okay, if she told me this is no problem. And this guy, I think after she can be changed. I say, okay.
Wow, that's nice. That's nice that your mom was right behind you, and she probably got her little dander up. Well, what's my daughter being told she can't do it because she's a woman? I know when as we get older as mothers, man, we don't want anybody saying no to our daughters. That's for sure.
Yeah, my mother told me, no cry, Zara. My mother told me, don't cry, because this guy told you don't have a woman in MMA, but remember this, and after you can see, you can have the MMA girl. And I see after the UFC organized the first MMA, Ronda Rousey for fighting, And my mother told me, you remember this guy told you don't have the woman in MMA? Look at this. And I'm really happy.
Yeah. Oh, I'm telling you, we were so happy when that happened. Like when I first saw it, I was like, yahoo, because I was really pushing for women's MMA a long time ago. During the same time, Shannon Knapp, actually, she came up a little bit after some of the stuff that we were trying to, get moving along. But we're so happy that, Invicta came out of a lot of that. And then, Ronda got into, there was Strike Force, and then Ronda got into the UFC, and as well as like Misha Tate and the rest of them, it's all history. But what would you care to say, any parting words of wisdom to maybe your students, or a little shout out about getting a fight at any promotion companies that might, you saying that you're ready, anything that you like to give a little shout out, like a little Zarah infomercial right now, anything you like to say?
For me now, my experience in MMA, I think with my Sherdog is so good. I'm 7th place in the ranking MMA in the world. I think it's better for me go to the Invicta. It's a good organization. I think before they go to UFC, if it's not possible, go to the UFC now. I think the Invicta is a good show for me. And you have a girl, strong, and I think it's so good for me. Good experience. And I want to fight for this organization because it's a woman, the promoter, and my story is amazing. I think it's similar, and I want this.
That sounds wonderful. Hopefully, Shannon Knapp will be listening, and she will be, putting together maybe a female featherweight fight, and you'll be on the card. I know tonight they have Mina is fighting Jin Frey, and they're fighting this evening, so it'll be kind of nice to watch. It's always a great show. There's a lot of great talent on that card, every show. There's great talent on that card, and most often those women get chances to get into the UFC or some other promotion company because people are watching, which is really great.
A lot of girls go to the UFC after the Invicta. A lot of.
Yeah, which is a great stepping stone. So I'd love to see, I know you've been on hold for a bit. I mean, with this tough tryout, you're kind of waiting around. There weren't any opportunities because you were kind of waiting around to hear from that. If something should come your way, you are ready. You're ready to fight. So any promoters out there that are looking for, you know, a great, you know, want to see some probably fights getting finished.
Don't worry for this. My fight is not a lot of time. Just 1 minute, 2 minutes maximum. I don't like 3 rounds for fight. Is not me. First one is finished.
You know, the first time you knocked somebody out, what was that like?
Yeah.
What was the first time you knocked somebody out? What was that like?
Remember, you know, my fight in Senate Kavanagh, you have 3 rounds for fighting because my coach told me, Zarah, I want 3 rounds. I said, okay, you want 3 rounds. But all my fight is just finished the first round.
Yeah, they're awesome. What was it like when you the first time you knocked somebody out though? What did you feel like?
I'm good.
You're so funny. You're just like, yeah, I'm good. I'm going to knock your ass out.
No.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm thinking I'm definitely going to have to get over to France and go to your school and do a little light sparring with you. Just at some point, I'm going to get over there. I'm going to be like, Zarah, okay, let's go. Because I just want to get a feel for your range and be terrified.
And this morning, I'm speaking with Cindy Dandwa in the phone, and Cindy tell me, Zarah, it's possible for you for fighting? And Cindy Dandwa told me, yeah. And because I told Cindy, stay strong, okay? If you have, you know, I know the turf is not good. I told Cindy in the phone, stay strong. You can have a fight, don't wait for this. And if you need a sparring partner, I'm going to the Belgian for help you, don't worry. And now, I need the tough experience is bad for me, but I'm really happy because now I have the other friend in the world featherweight classes. I have Sindon Dodoa, I have Pansudeson, and for me, it's better to go into the tough because now I have other friend in MMA in the world. And that's so good for me.
That's wonderful. That's one great thing about this. You get a chance to meet people from all over the world, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, Zarah, I want to thank you for being on the show. It's been really awesome getting to know you. Thanks again.
Thank you so much, and see you next time. Maybe in Invicta, I don't know. Or
that would be awesome.
I can dance in the cage.
I would love to see you dance in the cage. You're going to have to post some videos dancing online or whatever on your Facebook page, and then getting up and doing a few rounds of boxing. I don't know, like something like coordinated or whatever would be really awesome to see that.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks so much. Loved having you on the show, really, and getting to know you.
And thank you for all the women in the world for the MMA. Thank you so much too. You're best.
You're welcome. You are welcome. Hey, so wow, that was Zarah Fairn dos Santos. That's her full name, and she's originally from Brazil, but she lives in France now. And how cool is that? She's opening her own MMA gym, and she has quite a few students that she can teach this wonderful art to. Plus, what a transition. The thing that really shocked me is she was a dancer before she even got into boxing or into MMA. So I hope she has some great success and that she gets a fight this year, because I'd really love to see her fight. But thanks again, Zarah. It was awesome having you on the show. If you like what you heard today and are eager to hear more, remember to subscribe, download on iTunes, and or better yet, 10x your energy without destroying your body with my free 3-part video series. You can sign up at evolvewmma.com. And you can also get updates on Evolve WMMA episodes. Or simply follow us on Facebook.com/I love WMMA. This is Shelley Devine. Until next time, thanks for listening.